That's really beautiful. I love this piece, and it's something that is so rarely played. I'm not sure I've actually ever heard it played in public before. I played sort of for myself, but have you enjoyed it? What's your favorite part about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I like all of it.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of playing it, what do you enjoy the way it feels under the fingers? Do you enjoy the colors? What do you? Because it's so, you played in such a polished and enjoyable way that I was just curious.
I don't know.
That's okay. That's okay. It was just for my own interest. Let's start from the beginning. I like it very much. I think what we can do is, especially since he says in the beginning, he talks of tempo rubato here again, right? So I think what we can do is experiment with some of it moving along a little bit more. I think it can be a little bit more. It leans a little bit more romantic for me. And yours is a little cool. I would bring a little bit more warmth and motion into it. Can we start from the beginning, please? And I would use a little bit more soft pedal here and there also for color. For example, in the beginning, I would use a soft pedal.
For the whole beginning?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
I think that's very nice. In the beginning, you kind of create a color and atmosphere, right? So you can have it here. If you want to orchestrate that in your head, for example, that could be a harp or something, right? So you could have this, and maybe a French horn, and maybe it'll come off for that. Those two can also be played at slightly different speeds, if you like. Just you're still setting up the introduction to the whole piece, right? Try that. It can be very imaginative and spontaneous too. From the beginning, please. That's excellent. I really like that very, very much. That had more stuff in it than when you played it for me just now. Always think of things when things have flats and when things have sharps. I always find that sharps maybe have a slightly brighter color, right? So when you have this sort of a more mellow, and then for this one, it's as if the sound opens up slightly for me in that color. I like that very much. Let's go on because I want to tinker a little bit with this. It says tempo here. I think it can have a little bit more motion. Would you like to start right where you left off? It's beautiful. If you don't mind me saying so, I think it's just a little bit square. I think it can be, it can ebb and flow. I'm sure you know. It's the same, and I don't often think of that in Debussy. I normally think of him as being a little bit more, a little bit cooler and a little bit more constrained. But I think this has rather romantic tendencies, and I think it can go back and forth, especially since he takes the trouble to write tempo rubato in the beginning. So I take that as a big clue that he wants it more freer than, say, some of the other things. Let's go right there and feel free to move and come. That has an ebb and flow to it. I like that. So in a place like this, that has to carry a lot of the melody, right? So be careful with the balance in a place like this. That all of that balances nicely. And then eventually opens up. From here, please. Yes. Just a second. This needs to sing a little bit more and let that blend with it. So listen to, make sure that that sound blooms completely before you play that. Just the right hand alone, please. A little. Oh, I see. This. A slightly quick. Can you make the key go down a little faster on that? Yes, that's right. So that it carries better. And then slower on that, see? That's it. Great. That balances it. And then this is sort of in two parts. So that sort of breaks off into 4 different parts, really. Try that with both hands, please. Better. Moving. And then again. Bass. I think that's beautiful. Very, very nice. So, so in this kind of thing, you're so used to playing it, but remember this, you're probably introducing this for the first time to most everybody here today. So what you should do in instances like that is always slightly emphasize more the things that you would like them to hear. For example, here, that's such a pretty color, and then it so that you're, whenever there's any kind of unusual accidental in the key, is an indication that he's either taking you to a different place or he's trying to, and in this kind of music, it's all about colors and shades of colors, right? And that's, and he understood the piano so well, just like Chopin did. So you could really, do something wonderful with your pedal or with the timing or something. Could you pick it up there, please? That's very beautiful. In the left hand, he has a thing. The natural tendency is for that to crescendo, isn't it? Because it goes up. But he has a slur over it, which to me tells me that he wants it to go the opposite, so that everything sort of, that the notes following the bass note is just a color. So that it's easy, and what that does is it's to the point where it kind of interferes a little bit with the nice thing that your right hand's doing. Would you like to try that, please? Good. Bass. the other thing I would add here, more and more harmonies are starting to fill out the chords, right? And that's very nice to feature here also. But all of this sounds very, very nice. Let's move ahead a little bit. May I please hear this? Critical there. I think the small notes in the left hand are too loud. Again, it's a kind of, just like a rustle underneath it all. It's easy, they're active and we'll hear them because it's the only thing that's really moving. So keep that quiet, play from the left hand, the bass notes. That's right. Okay, yeah, that sounds fine. In this kind of music, you have to sometimes make a decision whether you really want to hear every note articulated or whether you want something that is just an effect. I think in this case it's just a color. So I don't think you have to worry that they're all, I think it's a... It's not that important. It's just a color. Both hands, please. More right hand, please. The middle is a little bit too noisy for me. Do you see? Especially after a long note. And then here, and then a little bit more top, and you don't have to hold it, so that it sounds like a little chime or a bell or something. Okay? Very, very nice. Yeah, all of this is nice. I would love to hear a little bit of the E major section here, please. This you played beautifully. I want to hear it again. On such a nice level. I want you to color more. And then that's pretty, right? Do something different between those two things. They sound the same to me. You can go louder, softer, anything, but don't play them the same. Do that again, please. One more. Good job. And maybe open up again. going still, since that's a very long diminuendo that follows through that. I thought this was very nice. You can do better with voicing here. The middle ones are a little bit too loud. But on the whole, I mean, it sounds beautiful and the build-up here is excellent. Let's talk a little bit about all these rolled chords at the end. Can you please, maybe just right there, let's just work on those for a second, please. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so, of course, I think the function of these things are expressive. It's to be expressive, right? And so the roll is broken in the middle. You see, it's not a long roll. It goes all the way through, which means that you have to play them together. If there's a long squiggle, it's this way. But if there are two squiggles, stay together. So which changes the sound. Instead of sort of one harp, it's two playing at the same time. Do you want to try that? They're all like that. I think that's not, you're not doing it quite correctly. Try that. Better. Exactly, that's right. And of course they can be at different speeds and everything. So you have to and so on. Does that make sense? I think that's just the correct way to do it. And having said that, I would probably break the rule at the end, since that's it. How do you voice that, by the way? I'd love to hear the end again before we stop. Can we go from this here? It's so beautiful. Now together again. Yes, and then lazy. Oh, that was very good. This wasn't so clear when you played it the first time, because you want to bring that out, right? So I think if you want to make that clearer, play maybe a little bit more presence in the sound on those, and then these could be late, just like Brutal Avenue. Sort of later and later if you like. So that you see that, so you break it up into another layer. Do that again, just these last few. That's very pretty. Resolution. And then maybe more on this one. And then softer and slower. I think it's really beautiful. Thank you. I enjoyed that so much.